Hello everybody, SS Studios here, and about 2 days ago, I think it was 2 days ago at this point, I went to the Lego store, and look at what I found. It's a keychain, but not just any keychain. It is a keychain featuring this little baby Ankylosaurus. I think I did some Google search on this one. I think I may have mispronounced it, but yeah, that's what it's called. It's from the Jurassic World and Jurassic Park theme of Lego. Now, I'm not really much of a Jurassic World or Jurassic Park fan. I have watched some of their movies, and it's a bit too violent for me. I'm not much of a, horror kind of person. But I do like animal pieces from Lego, as shown right here. Now, when this was first announced, like about a month ago on Instagram, that they're going to be releasing new keychains, and that this was going to be one of them, I knew I had to get it. I just knew I had to, because, again, I do like Lego animal pieces. I even have a drawer full of them. As you can see, I have this weird looking rabbit. Got this dog. Got some teddy bears. Here's a blue one. I think there may have been like a factory mistake that causes these teddy bears to be blue. You got Scooby-Doo as well. I'm not sure why I don't have him in my official minifigure collection, but yeah, I'm gonna put him right there. Not sure what Scooby-Doo is doing here. Some pigs, some owls, some squirrels, you name it. I have them all on this little on this little drawer right here. And I just feel like getting one of these to add to the collection. But as you can see, it's a keychain, right? And if I were to add this to my collection, I have to remove the keychain. So how will I do it, you might ask? Well, I mean, if you've been around the LEGO community for quite some time, you would know that there are, ways for you to remove the keychain. And, one of the first ways is to use pliers. And you can just pull them out. But that one, I will attest that one is a bit messier, and it also ends up ruining the minifigure more than you would like, so do not use pliers. Alright, if you want to remove them in a safe way and in a clean way, do not use pliers. What is the best way, in my opinion, is to just use a candle. Simply just light a candle and then put the chain over the flame, and it will melt the metal. I mean, heat up the metal, and it would melt a bit of the plastic, enough for you to just pull it out. That is the strategy right here. Now, this is, one of the ways that the LEGO community has used, and yeah, I think this is the preferred way, because it is a lot more cleaner and more satisfying to use a candle instead. But I have found, and this has nothing to do with the method, by the way, the method works fine. I have found that the minifigures that you get from keychains, they're not exactly of, like, desired quality, if you know what I mean. Because one thing I noticed about some of these keychain minifigures is that the heads, right? The heads for some of these minifigures are very loose. And I don't mean, I know I said some, but like most of the ones that I've tried out so far, they have been pretty loose. Like, as I've shown this Cookie Monster figure. This came from a keychain, as you can probably tell by the hole on top. Yeah, this came from a keychain. But look what happens when I put the face upside down. Yeah, the head just falls off right there. And it's very loose too, like, there you go. And it actually works only at a specific angle, like this one. Yeah, it just falls off, but when you turn it like that, okay, this one has a bit of friction, this one doesn't fall, but it's when you turn it again, yeah, it's just that loose. And I've tried this out with other torsos, and yeah, the issue is not with the torso. It's not with this minifigure head peg right here. It's with the head. The head is the problem. And I've also tried this out with a Mandalorian keychain that I used to have. I also did remove the chain, and that head was also very loose. But then again, it's the Mandalorian. right? I could just easily swap out the head for someone else's, and nobody would know if they didn't bother to ask, that is. But I will admit it doesn't work for all keychains, because a few weeks ago I also got this hot dog guy, one of the most iconic minifigures in the last decade. That's right, they have since then released this minifigure as a keychain. Uh, the bun is pretty loose. It's not like Cookie Monster loose, but yeah, more to be desired. The head is actually pretty. The head is actually pretty great. The head actually fits on pretty well, and yeah, this is something you're gonna have to get used to when you're buying keychain minifigures. Yeah, this is what they look like. They're not your average minifigure. But yeah, the head on this one is surprisingly loose. I actually expected it to fail as well because it has failed in the past many times, but no, this one actually works pretty fine. So I guess it doesn't work for all figures, but most, okay, most of what I've tried out does fall that category. But there is one more, like a type of minifigure keychain that I think is not affected by this, and I don't mean think. It's not. It is simply not affected by this, and it is the minifigures that is like literally one singular piece. Like all the others, there are either 3 pieces or four pieces, but this one, Eeyore, is actually one piece. Yeah, just a one-piece minifigure, as you can tell. I think this came from the Treehouse set, which also came with Tigger, Pooh, uh, Piglet, and all 3 of those figures since then also have their keychains. But I've never really bought them because, again, I was afraid that they're gonna fall the same way as well. Uh, but Eeyore is a one-piece minifigure, right? He's only one piece. There's no other like pieces on this guy. And as you can see, yeah, this is a keychain figure from the hole. As you can look through, and yeah, just a perfectly normal Eeyore figure to add to my collection. And no, I do not have to worry about the head because, again, only one piece. So yeah, uh, if you're gonna buy keychains just to get the minifigure, I mean, yeah, go ahead, do what you want, but I would personally not recommend it because if you want to deal with a loose head, then be my guest. But yeah, most of the keychains that I have, the heads are pretty loose. So if you want the figure, I think just buy the actual figure online. No keychain nonsense. Just get the actual figure or buy the sets, if you will. And same goes with Eeyore, as I've mentioned. He's just one singular piece. I think this one should be no problem too, because it is also just one singular piece. And again, cute animal to add to my collection. So we shall demonstrate that right now. So I got a candle. This is a birthday candle that has been used. I can't find any new candles at the moment, so I'm just gonna have to reuse this. Hope none of you mind. Just gonna melt it a little bit. And here is the flame. Alright. Now all the other minifigures that I've shown you earlier, they're just gonna have to sit back and watch as the madness ensues. So I have here the chain. And what you're gonna do now is you're just gonna have to put it onto the flame, as so. This is gonna take a few minutes. It's gonna take a while for the for the metal to actually heat up, and in the process, it also melts off a bit of the plastic. So this should take a few minutes. And slowly you can see the chain actually coming off, like the pin actually coming off the figure. That tells you that it's working. Just don't get too close to the minifigure itself, otherwise it's going to get damaged. Common sense. I'm just a little bit nervous right now. Okay, my hands are tired. Okay, it's coming off. It's coming off now. Come on. There we go. Oh, wow. I'll just put the candle out and we will take a look at our end result. This is the chain right now. And yeah, this is a baby Ankylosaurus. It's a relatively small. It is still hot. It is a relatively small figure, so it would have a small pin. This is the first time I'm seeing such small pin. And here is the baby Ankylosaurus in question. And yep, it's going to have a hole, but you know, with a keychain, what do you expect? And yeah, bits of plastic coming off as well. And I think yeah, this is a relatively a pretty decent, you know, piece, other than the hole, which again you could clean up a little bit, because yeah, there's a bit of plastic there. So yeah, I could clean this up a little bit, but right after that, I think this is just, you know, a pretty normal dinosaur piece that you can add into your collection and, you know, play with. So that's it for my keychain removal. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.